To rig up a fixed float, you need a fixed stem float, silicone tubing, fluorocarbon, and micro swivels. Now let's show you how it all pieces together. The first step is cutting a section of silicone tubing, about ½ inch, of both the 1/16 size and the 3/32. The next step is sliding on the tubing. You start off with the 3/32 tubing, because that's going to attach the top of the float, and then the 1/16 tubing. Just like that. You then grab the float, you put the larger 3/32 tubing on the top and the 1/16 tubing on the bottom. And now your float is attached to the line. You can quickly adjust the depth of your float by sliding it up or down, or if you need to change your float because it's the wrong float for the style of fishing you're doing right now, you pull the tubing off like that, and grab your next float and put that on. That's the fabulous part of this system. So in just a few seconds, you're all re-rigged, ready to go. Now a couple of important notes is to leave the tubing extend slightly past both ends of the float at the bottom and at the top, so that way it's much less likely to tangle. The next step is to attach your fluorocarbon to your main line. It's always important to use a little micro swivel to connect between the two kinds of line, because the fluorocarbon line will tend to cut right into the main line and break if you try to tie a line-to-line knot. So I personally prefer using the trilene knot, also known as the masseur knot. It's one of the strongest knots available. Trim it. The next step is tying on the fluorocarbon. Loop it twice through the eye of the swivel. Wrap it 4 or 5 times along the main part of the line, and then back through the loop, or the 2 loops. Pull snug. I like to tighten gently, and then again give that a trim. And you don't want to trim fluorocarbon too short or too close to the eye, because it does have a tendency to slip. So I like to leave again about a ½ inch or 1/4 inch, and there you go. Your float is rigged on. You got your fluorocarbon leader. Tie on your bait and add some shot, and you're good to go.